Oh, you ready? All right.
I'm born ready.
Yeah, okay. On today's episode of If You Want It, we have Kim back, which actually your episode just came out today.
Did
You and
it?
Al.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pizza Pals. And we have Heather with us. We brought Heather on because one time we put out some feelers for some topics that people might want to listen to, and then, here we are 7 months later, just getting around to fulfilling that topic. And Heather suggested that we talked about MTV and what happened to MTV.
So this episode is for the gray hairs.
Oh! We prefer cougars.
Or silver. Just depends on what you're into, what's going on.
A lot of people are killing for gray hair these days.
Honestly, yeah.
Touch of gray.
Pay a lot
Is
of
that what
money
you do?
for that.
Gray is good.
No, I just can't help it.
No.
Yeah,
It's natural.
I sure can't. So we'll dive into MTV. I'm going to start with this. Here's kind of this is really, really sad. So, and some of what we were talking about previously in the parking lot lets me know that you're going to lead us down a pretty good path here, Heather. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. But what I remember about MTV, and I will just say this, I don't know how much Kiefer paid attention to MTV at all, because he was born in 1996.
Gross.
I was born in 1990, and Kim and Heather, you don't have to say when you were born.
Oh, I don't care. But
86.
It's the same. So.
Okay, so I just say this so you can kind of see our gap in time here. What I remember about MTV was I didn't have it for a very long time because it was only on satellite at one time, until we got digital cable. But before that, we didn't have digital cable, so we didn't have MTV. I had a friend that lived up the street that had satellite, and they had MTV, and he would put it on, and this is probably in the, I'm going to say 97-ish time range, and there was a lot of rap on it at that time.
Yep.
And some of those videos weren't quite Christian enough for that family,
Uh-oh.
because 90s rap videos were just full of bitches. And
Salt
Bitches
and
and
pepper?
hoes, bitches and hoes.
yeah, it doesn't bother anybody today, but it did bother some people back then. They thought it was filth, right?
Yeah.
But it is filth.
It's fantastic,
So-
is what it was.
It's,
So he would put it on, and we would inevitably get caught, and then he would get in trouble, and I would have to go home.
Do you think when you left, he blamed you for putting it on to get out of
I don't know.
trouble?
I mean, they kept inviting me back over. I guess it wasn't a big
We're not
deal.
blasting people on this one?
Huh?
So we're not blasting people on this one?
Oh, I don't really care. It's Garrett Hunkins, but
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but anything that was on MTV back then by today's standards would be no big deal. But obviously
Yeah.
in '97, some of the
Big
rap
deal.
videos were a little too revealing for some people.
You don't like
So-
big butts?
Huh?
So you like big butts?
I don't know if I had an opinion in '97.
Be honest. You know you can't lie.
Huh?
I said, be honest. You know you can't
Well,
lie.
now I remember that song, but I suppose it didn't mean that much to me then.
None of our
till
songs
later.
did.
no,
Right.
you were just singing it because you knew the words. That was
Yeah, and then I don't know how much I paid attention to MTV, honestly, until it really went to shit. Like when the Hills got on there and Laguna Beach
Reality
and all that
killed
stuff.
it.
reality TV
Yeah.
Literally
killed
killed it.
Killed
It was-
it. Killed MTV for several reasons, really.
Yes.
Because you didn't need to go to MTV for music anymore because by that time there was YouTube was starting and a whole bunch of different
Okay, but a friend and I have been watching like
LimeWire.
LimeWire, yeah.
Right,
remember
right.
parental control and stuff. We've been watching
Oh, yeah.
those again.
Oh yeah, well
Control.
yeah.
Those are still
Teen
so
Mom,
fun.
Teen Mom was
obviously.
a big one.
What was the
Jersey Shore.
bus?
Next.
Next.
We watched
yeah.
like a few of those,
Yeah.
but parental control was
Yep.
another one that was really good. That
And
we
that-
were watching that.
Parental control, that's the one where like the parents didn't
Parents
like
said
the kid.
yes,
Yeah.
and they choose two people for them to date or whatever.
It'd be
and
like
they
three
choose-
and they'd have to like sit on the couch and the guy was always
So fun,
douchey.
yes.
So awkward.
Did they do? Was MTV the one that had like Room Raiders? Or was
think
that a
so.
different
Lone
channel?
Raiders.
I think that was MTV.
Is that the one? Yeah, I think
It
it
was
was
the
MTV.
dating
It was where they go in and
Oh.
like take things
Yeah.
from a room and you
rem-
find like disgusting
Yeah.
stuff in the guy's
So
room.
They'd always like pull out hard socks or something.
Yeah.
Well, it was basically the dating game, except for
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Except
it wasn't
for the-
parents. It was the girl or the. Yeah.
The,
three of them would go through the person, whether it was a guy or a girl that was looking for the date,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they could decide if they wanted to date the person based on what they found in
Is
their
that Ryan
room.
dude,
Kamura?
this sucks.
yeah.
This sucks.
Why?
Could you imagine sitting in a van, a creeper van, if you
Yeah,
remember?
no windows.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what they used to have to do though, because they were supposed to be like incognito.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They'd pull up and
Stake
like
out.
pull them into the van and be like, "Hey, we're going to your house, man."
yeah, but you just have like girls or different people walk into your room and roast you on
Yeah.
television
Yeah.
about your room.
Yeah.
That sucks.
See, I want to know how
Well-
real that was because reality wasn't reality.
No,
but
and, like-
I wonder how much of that actually was, or if
Did
it was
they-
even their room.
Did they get
Right.
to see any of the people, or no? They had to do it solely blind based on what they found in their room.
Oh hell, I
or-
think it was solely based.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
I
They
think
never
if
let
there's
them see
pic-
pictures, or
unless
anything?
there's pictures, I think they're probably.
I don't know. They may have removed that.
I can't
cannot. 20 years ago. So.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
I forgot about this show. It's funny.
I definitely remember seeing Fat Lips music video first on MTV.
Yeah.
When whatever that was, 2001.
Something like that.
I did have a cousin whenever we did get digital cable that still, a couple of them, they were a little older than me and they were really into MTV. So some of my music did come from there, I guess. But if they weren't around, I didn't really watch it.
Killers are probably the first for me. That
On-
early 2000s.
on MTV?
Yeah. In Too Deep, all that
Killers.
stuff too. But Killers, the first one I remember.
Yeah, it would have been a little later. Hot Fuss was like 2004 or 5 probably,
Hot Fuss.
versus like All Killer No Filler was like 2001.
I don't know if I know what that is.
Huh?
I don't
Sum
know if I know.
41's
Sum
finest
41.
album.
Okay.
In Too Deep, Fat Lip,
2004.
Pleasure for Pain. Yeah. So I remember that. So what? It was the Real World that actually killed it.
Yes,
probably,
that was the first
right?
reality show, as far as I know.
No, well, no, I think the first one that MTV really had, I think that got big was Real World, I assume.
'Cause
Yeah.
that was like 93 or 94, I think.
That was it?
92,
Find it out.
93. I swear it was somewhere in like the.
I was
early-
thinking it
thought
was more like
92.
2000.
92.
Was it
I
really?
did not realize.
Told
it
you,
was
yeah, that was
on
the first
early.
one.
Holy
I'm pretty
cow.
sure that was like the first almost reality show. Was that?
Yeah, that's the first one I remember being on there, but I had no idea it was on there that early. I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let's
So it
just.
took a while for it to kill it, but it
Candy
did kill
camera.
it
In
eventually.
1948
Holy
was the
cow.
first reality TV show.
Okay, candy camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
1948 is when I.
Yeah.
Not on MTV.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
lasted
like
till
that,
2014. Wow,
Right.
that was a run.
But
Probably like ABC,
ABC
or
it
something.
said, yeah. okay.
The Real World.
Yeah. Well, it'd have to be. Jesus, 1992.
Yeah, we were 6.
'Cause when
Even we were young then.
Yeah.
When did MTV actually start? Like 1987?
I thought it was 78.
I'm going to
Maybe
say
that's-
81.
I was
Yeah, I'm
thinking
gonna say
78,
81. I
but
think
yeah,
it's somewhere in there.
it might be 81.
I'm way off. Oh, what does MTV stand for? That's good.
Oh, hang
Anybody
on.
know the answer to that?
MTV debuted just after midnight on August 1st, 1981.
Hey.
Yep. And we
And
talked about that. The first video
Video killed the radio,
Radio star.
Yeah, I knew that one too.
by the Buggles.
The Buck.
Number like reality killed music television.
Yeah.
So it made it 10 years before they went to. That surprised me. I didn't realize. I didn't think MTV
Yeah.
came on until the mid 80s.
like, I'm
for
pretty
some
sure.
reason.
Yeah.
so what does MTV stand for?
Oh, music television.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Sure about
I
that?
think
I swear that's what I
so.
just said too. So
Guesses?
killed music television.
Music television. Wow. Good job, guys.
Woo.
24-hour platform for music videos.
Where's my star?
I gotta be honest with you. I can be honest with you. I could see why that didn't work long term.
Right.
It doesn't really seem like a moneymaker. I think that like you probably get like periods of the day that it really got tuned into, but
See, with how things are coming like back around though, I feel like just reruns would have happened and it would still would have continued or something though. With
Yeah, I feel like the music people would have just
Yeah.
left it on like a radio.
yeah,
I
Right.
suppose, yeah,
Right.
you might.
That
But
makes
it
sense to
just-
me.
But again, then after so long, passing after that, you get YouTube, you have any kind of social media, you have all these like even your cable, you can watch videos on or like listen to music and stuff like that. But as far as like music videos, I don't even know the last time I watched an actual music video
I did
of
2
a
days
band.
ago.
Like,
I did 2 days ago because there's a
I just
90s
don't-
thing on the Philo or whatever, and I watched it.
yeah,
Oddly enough,
I don't.
they are still doing them.
They are.
I mean, like Chappell Roan has them.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter
Big
has them.
production.
Yeah.
Big production.
Yeah.
I just-
yeah.
I don't watch them anymore. Not like I used to, getting ready for school and throwing on, or getting home from school and
Or
watching,
not getting ready because you're watching MTV.
Carson Daly's.
Oh yeah. Or Total Request
Total
Live.
Request.
TRL,
TRL.
baby.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
well, which is
Screaming
silly.
fans.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that was a big
Total
deal.
Request.
And
It
then
was.
then I can't even remember what the hell all they did on there, but everybody in the crowd could request, or they did it by poll.
You
or-
called
Yeah.
in and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
They had bands
Yep.
that would show up, and
They'd talk to people out in
The
Times
streets.
Square and,
that's,
ask
that's where
them.
Carly Burton started and stuff.
Yeah.
From
They're like,
One
who
Tree
do you
Hill
want to
and stuff.
see? Like, what video do you want us to play? That's good
Yeah.
stuff. Plus, they always had live performances inside there, and
Was that the one that was like in New York with like the windows?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Or they would just interview them sometimes.
Why is he on here?
Who? Fever? He's running the computer. He's young Jamie.
I'm teasing. I'm
just a baby.
baby.
I'm gonna freak out.
Okay, so I was trying to think. I really jumped forward in time. So back up. So
Back up,
Heather,
Tara.
talk about your favorite programming that was on MTV for me, real quick.
100% Headbangers Ball, which I'm pretty sure that stopped airing around 95-ish.
I think it started in like 87-ish. Is that maybe that's why I thought that MTV started in 87. And you want to know something wild? I'm pretty sure I got all this.
1995.
I think I
Yeah.
got all this information from VH1
95
Oh,
cents
yeah.
started.
See.
talking
Ended.
about MTV.
Yep.
But I remember Headbangers Ball, and if I remember
dude.
right, that actually spiked its popularity. I think if I
It did,
remember
because
right.
there was nowhere else to really find heavy metal, like new heavy metal. And then once the 90s come around, like mid 90s, whenever like you started getting pop and more rap and all that stuff, hit like heavy metal died for MTV around that time. So
yeah.
I mean, once in a while you get a Limp Bizkit video or Linkin Park, when it was metal.
Well, they
I
followed the
guess.
money and stuff, so it wasn't there
Right,
anymore.
right.
So yeah,
right,
that's just
right.
Yeah, they didn't. They definitely weren't somebody that stuck to like we do Headbangers Ball
Yeah.
and that's it. Like
Yep.
if as music changed, they really did change with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was always my understanding that Nirvana killed all that stuff. The grunge
The grunge scene
Yeah.
was what
huge.
destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing
Yep.
about Headbanger Balls that always cracked me
What do
up.
those look like?
Not well kept. The funny thing to me was they always had just like the late 80s bands like Warrant, Guns N' Roses, and they were
Twisted
always
Sister.
just trashed
Oh,
or
yeah.
strung out, just like
Absolutely.
wrecking the set and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is awesome."
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
like the color scheme was always like I don't like
You want some
almost
pictures?
pastel-y, but not because it was like
Really?
well, it's like bright colored, but at the same time faded for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It was like it
like
looked
neon and faded or something, or
not. I don't know how to explain them. Like all their videos, like had bright colors, but it was like it wasn't broadcasted well enough to do what they were
Oh, okay.
trying to do.
Okay.
Right, right.
So it always gave it this bizarro like.
Soft pink.
They,
Well, like original tricolor look almost from like
Right.
the 60s
Ooh,
or
yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
they also went through like that phase in the 80s where everybody was like old witchy times and like castles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they kind of did the set design
Yeah.
a little bit, then it didn't stay up.
I'm sorry, this just made me
Gothic
think about.
Victorian.
This just made me think about the Damn Yankees video. Is it Damn Yankees? Where is it? That was like. Was that?
Not Damn Yankees. Are you thinking Dio?
No. The is Damn Yankees with like
Ted Nugent,
and-
yeah.
yeah. So they had What they had like Ted Nugent and you gotta look this up. Was it like a drummer from like Leonard Skinner?
No, it was the drummer for Knight Rider,
Knight
Tommy
Rider.
Shaw of Styx.
Tommy Shaw, yeah.
The bass player was. Oh fuck! I don't
He was
remember.
from. He might have been from. He might have been from. One of them was a Skinner guy. I'm pretty sure for a
No,
while.
Styx.
That's Tommy Shaw. He
Yeah.
used to play bass. I know.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
look it all up.
Jack Blades. He was. Night Ranger. Dang it.
The drummer. It was that guy.
He was.
Leonard Skinner.
Yes, he played in Leonard Skinner.
No, he's the current drummer of Leonard
but
Skinner.
he was playing with them.
Yeah, you can't say was before. He was in the damn
Well,
Yankees.
I'm pretty sure he was playing with
Was
them
after?
After, well, before that too.
During.
Like he played. I don't know who else was it with.
Except
Come on, Kiefer. John Fogerty.
It'd be.
Except
Except.
that was in '96 though. I don't know what that
Yeah,
was.
it's between. Yeah.
Faith No More. What?
Well,
What?
listen, this guy's a career drummer.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Oh no, just on a solo album.
Interesting.
Oh,
okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, they have that video where there's like the cops pull up to the house, and the damn Yankees are like inside, rocking, and I guess they're dangerous because the cops pulled up to stop the rocking, and at one point, you know, the Nuge is deflecting bullets with the power of his rocking.
I do not remember
And
that
it's
at all.
just like you're watching this thing, and it's just like you gotta find
I
it.
think this is.
It's just like
I love the damn Yankees. I know their stuff.
yeah. So it's just like how scary is Ted Nugent and some guy from Styx and some old guy from Night Ranger?
Ted Nugent's pretty scary.
I don't know.
Yeah. The news, man.
It's just a little. It's a little far fetched.
I mean, they had to
I mean, he was
portray
scary in the
it.
'70s.
They had
This
to
is like
portray that they were
1992.
still badass.
He's scary now.
No, he's not. He's fried now.
I mean, that could be scary.
But
I don't know if I
anyway,
can find it. Yeah.
I definitely remember that video for whatever reason. It just, yeah. Oh, the
Wow.
bassist was doing some singing. That girl is not old enough.
That's a guy.
That's the guy.
Dude, I love his bangs. Tommy Shaw's bangs always crack
Where's
me
the
up.
Flash? That's who I was talking about. Oh, that's Liu Kang. From Mortal Kombat, Keith.
Mortal
Oh.
Kombat. Yep.
Okay, I didn't even know that. So
Anyway, well, thank you, Heather.
Hey, no problem.
I did see like after Ace Frehley of Kiss was kicked out, like a couple years later, he was on Headbangers Ball with Skid Row, and they were all just trashed, and they were doing I think Cold Gin by Kiss, and everybody's just out of key, nobody's singing together.
Oh, yeah.
And it's wild seeing it
can't
being like,
stand
I
up.
can see why he was kicked out.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Headbangers Ball is really what we're trying to talk about here.
Well, yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah. So every hair metal. I mean, was it all hair metal? I mean, it was hair metal,
I
right?
mean,
Pretty much.
mostly, especially, yeah, that time frame. It was
Ozzy
a
Osbourne.
lot of hair, a lot of Aquanet.
Ricky Rackman,
Ricky-
was like the original host.
just bring Aquanet off the bathroom door. Did you ever have to do that?
Did, so do you remember? Do you remember this airing though?
I remember watching it on TV,
TV
absolutely.
as it came out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
See, I remember.
Yeah, my dad was a
I was saying your
metalhead.
dad.
so
That's what I was gonna say. That would.
I remember they would randomly at some point in time run Headbangers Ball like late at night or early in the morning so you could still catch it.
Yep.
But they like, and I think they had gotten rid of it, and then later on they like basically syndicated it.
yeah. Yep.
Back through. So I definitely had seen some of it, but I do not remember any of it airing. Obviously, whenever it canceled in '95. Like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I think my first introduction to MTV was literally probably like '97, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
I think mine was like 98.
Like I
Really?
remember seeing
Yeah.
the Black Hole Sun video for the very first time on there, and I was just like, "That is the coolest thing I've ever seen." There's an eye in that guy's hand. That's so dope.
Really?
Okay, I didn't even know that. So.
Yeah.
Really?
I remember seeing the black hole sun video for the very first time on there, and I was just like, "That is the coolest thing I've ever seen." There's an eye in that guy's hand. That's so dope.
That's
Yeah.
so, yeah, that is really cool.
I was looking at the screen trying to find an eye in a hand.
You didn't find it.
No, probably not.
All right, so the real world started, let's see. Well, I guess let's back it up because I do want to talk about MTV Unplugged. When did they launch that? Obviously
Unplugged.
the Metallica, the Nirvana one was
Nirvana.
huge.
Oh yeah.
Gross.
1989.
No kidding.
Wow.
This is who was first. Oh, Clapton did it.
Everybody's favorite MTV Unplugged performance. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
I didn't watch it, so.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest
don't
with you. I
know.
can't remember which ones I've seen.
I mean, Nirvana's is just iconic.
I've definitely seen
So,
Nirvana's.
Yeah, I've seen that a
Um,
few times. Alice in Chains.
See,
Pearl
I
Jams
was
was good.
TRL and Pop Girl.
Pearl
Like,
Jam.
that's where I was at, not this.
Yeah, I maybe have seen some of Pearl Jams. I don't feel like I watched very many. To be real honest with you, I've heard a lot of them, but I don't remember ever actually watching very many.
Did you have one?
Probably Alice in Chains. Just hearing him
I don't.
live.
People aren't gonna like this, but I don't actually care that much for acoustic music.
I don't either.
Like,
Cannot stand it.
like I mean, there's some exceptions, like some one-off songs, but like there's a lot of people that really do enjoy watching the full band play it acoustic, and that does not do a lot for me most
Yeah.
of the time.
That's understandable.
I like
mean,
to feel it all, so I want the music with it and the
Yeah.
lyric. I want it all to be fully there.
Like-
Depends on the mood.
It is kind of boring when everybody's just sitting in a chair.
Although I did add
Yeah.
Scars, Papa Roach acoustic version because I have like a mellow list right now, and I'm like, okay,
Right,
this
that's
one's
what
not
I'm
so
saying. It
bad.
depends on the mood.
So that was the only
Yeah.
one I think I would say that I actually listened to.
Yeah, that's okay. Like most of the time, like I prefer Plush by Stone Temple Pilots, their acoustic version, to the actual one. I mean, I like them both, but I really like
Yeah.
but it's literally just Scott Weiland and the guitar player.
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of other bizarre percussion in the background.
Trying to make it
give
sound like
somebody
it's
something
still
to do.
something.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And like, I've never, Kiefer knows this, but I've never really given much of a shit for like acoustic bass. I don't think it really adds much. So I've never understood.
It's hard to play if you use fingers because you have nothing to anchor on.
Yeah. and
Stupid.
It really doesn't.
Stupid.
Sounds a little different, but not really.
No.
In most cases, I don't think you want it. Like, I'm more impressed if, like, I've seen where, like, the bass player just goes ahead and plays
Guitar.
power chords.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over whatever they're doing acoustically, and I feel like that's better than the bass on it, but I don't care for. You know? It's like, that's not. I don't know,
Either
it's
do
not
it or
like
don't
do it.
It's not like a drum set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't
Well, what's
know.
the point? Is it that's not acoustic to me then, because it's still trying to do all the instruments with just lighter,
Well, I mean, it
just
is 'cause
lighter.
You're unplugged. You're not.
No, that's true.
You're not.
I
Technically,
Okay, drum's
straight
never
up, a
plugged in
drum
anyways.
really is
I was gonna
acoustic
say it's
instrument.
never
Yeah.
plugged in anyway. So.
But you know,
Right.
when you're going to a concert, it's
Electric.
obviously mic'd and mixed and manipulated.
Yeah.
So,
I would have always loved to do like an acoustic show where we all have an acoustic guitars, but we all step on like 2 screamers and still use our amps. So it's still
Yeah.
it's still hard and electric. We're just using acoustic
acoustics,
guitars.
Yeah, yeah, that would be mind blowing. I'm sure.
I'd watch it.
I wouldn't.
I'd go. Yeah, I'd go for sure.
But yeah, so Unplugged. I was trying to think of some other iconic stuff before we start getting to where it goes to shit. I don't want to.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
They were doing like music videos before like MTV. Were those just for like daytime and like talk show stuff? Or why were they doing that?
I don't know.
Where were those going?
I don't know. I didn't know
I
they
really
did
have
them
no
really
idea.
before MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like
I mean,
music videos from the Who and stuff. Like,
Did they not do them until MTV happened?
I don't know. Like,
well, no, because
Google
when they're
it.
like country ones and things like that with like CMT and stuff.
Well, yeah, but I think CMT was
Was that later too?
after,
I-
probably.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure CMT was after MTV, but
1890s.
1890?
Oh, hang on.
Did you say 1890s?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Beatles, Paperback Rider in the Rain. I guess, but the Beatles, they did like theaters. Like,
Well, Google-
they had it in a movie.
Where did they air music videos? Why?
Yeah, what was the
Why were they
precursor to
made?
MTV? Maybe they did. Maybe they did just put them on like.
80s and 90s, I knew it.
Well,
Music
Okay,
shows and sometimes talk
Oh,
shows.
yeah.
okay, so talk shows. I wonder if like.
So it's mostly live then? Well, no, that wouldn't be.
No, they'd still play them, but it'd be like if you got up and watched like Good Morning America
Oh,
or
okay.
something, you could see.
They'd
a
like
music
cut
video
to it
on
or
them.
something,
Like,
yeah.
oh, the Beatles have a new video. Here it is.
Yeah, daytime talk show stuff
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. I don't music in general. Music videos or have always been kind of whatever to me. The only what?
Because like I love from like '98 to like 2003 with the bright colored rooms, the spinning like that was I loved all that. So
I mean, it was okay. It's just you know like
you didn't love Mbop when Hanson came out of the flower.
not really. I mean, I liked it. I didn't necessarily need to watch a music
I'm
video.
teasing.
I mean, I like. There's some of them that are really good. Like the Hell Song's like a lot of fun to watch. Obviously, by some 41.
The Blink videos, period.
were
Any-
generally funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
they were
much
so
did they
great.
have in that one to blow? And they just like ran around with like blowing the money?
Blink 182?
Yeah. Like running around throwing money out the window and stuff?
I don't know. Is that what's my age again? Is that when they're naked?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, but Backstreet Boys, everybody, you didn't enjoy that one.
I no.
It's-
Oh my God.
I mean, the
That's a
songs-
so
lie.
sad.
That's
Why
a
am I-
fib.
The
Why am I
song's
here?
fine, I just didn't care to see. So I have this weird thing
It's a
with
little bit
music.
different.
I don't music videos or whatever. I know it's a way to like get people to pay attention. The only time I really watched music videos was on Bebo in computer class at school.
Was
Is
Bebo
that
like
right?
a social media thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Bebo on YouTube was like the first to be like have a bunch of ads before, and it always pissed me off in like the early mid 2000s.
I don't think Bebo had ads whenever we first started.
I don't remember it having ads. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
Thought it was just a.
But it probably did by the time he
Yeah.
was using it.
And it drove me nuts. It's like, why?
It was like Bebo, MySpace, and YouTube. is
We
pretty
did
much-
MySpace wrong.
I'm thinking,
And then you would get E-Bombs World. And
Oh,
Oh
God.
my God.
Or what was the other one? Steak and cheese or whatever that sometimes you just. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
It had some
No.
really raunchy things on there.
I remember
There was a dark side of the
stickdeath.com.
A-Bombs world, wasn't there?
It
or
was,
something?
yeah,
That's what I
man.
remember.
Like, you just be looking at different things. And,
This looks like it's going to be
Yeah.
porno.
yeah.
yeah, sometimes.
Tokyo Tech's going to shut you down real fast
I'll open that later.
when I'm editing.
I bet it will.
Shut the
he
door,
by
I'm editing.
This has nothing to do with you.
Interesting. So, yeah, I guess I don't.
I'm surprised
I'm
I
not very
remember the
good at
website.
tugboating this conversation, Keith. I probably should just let you do it. But I did think of one program that whenever I was allowed to watch MTV, I'm pretty sure it was MTV. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely tuned in for that.
Yes.
Regular. One of my favorites
Yep.
was like O.J. Simpson and
yeah. R.I.P.
yeah.
Rip.
I remember Flea was on here and he got beat, and I hated that.
Really?
Yeah, it drove me nuts. I was like, no, he should win.
I can't even remember all the combinations, but I definitely remember watching it pretty regularly.
That's got to be one of the very first, like, claymations. Like,
This would be
to get
before.
big, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean like Wallace and
TV
Gromit
anyways, I was
would have
gonna
been
say for-
out.
Right.
But yeah.
That was funny, like, before Robot Chicken
Be
and,
grateful
like,
for the names on those.
all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The first time we were doing that type of
Dolly
stuff.
Parton.
Yep.
Gotta be.
I just remember the
Say
whole
that.
the whole joke with O.J. Simpson was he killed everybody, and then he's like, "I'm gonna figure out who the murderer is. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sleep." And
Charles
they're like, "No, it's
Manson?
okay, O.J. You're allowed to kill people here."
Joe Namath versus OJ.
Yeah.
I forgot about this show.
Celebrity
Yeah.
Deathmatch. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
The-
Beavis and Butthead, that's probably
Daria.
the most iconic.
Charles Manson versus Marilyn Manson.
Daria.
Daria was good.
See, I seem to recall watching Daria on Noggin. Actually, they would play her
Like
late.
later,
Really?
yeah.
Night, yeah, like 8 to 10 or 9 to 11 or something.
'Cause I think it wasn't like as bad, so it was.
It wasn't. It was kind of in line with like King of the Hill-ish. sort of.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
not even. King of the Hill might have
Yeah.
even been a little racier.
Yeah, I
I mean-
rewatched that as an adult. It's different. It was a different world then, for sure.
Jackass. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jackass.
Yeah, Jackass, Wild Boys. That was all MTV.
Jersey
Yeah,
Shore.
Viva
I
La
knew we'd
Bam.
eventually
Was it
get
Bam
to Jersey
Margera
Shore.
that had one
Viva
too?
La Bam, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Cribs,
watched that one, I think, more than.
Catfish.
Yep.
Catfish and Ridiculousness is about the only thing you can find on MTV anymore.
I was like, I still watch
They
Catfish
are
every time
now
it's on.
they are now syndicating Friends.
Oh.
Friends is on there pretty regular. I believe
Really?
The Office is on there
Oh,
fairly regular, and I
what?
believe they now have The Big Bang on
Oh
there.
my god, Making the Band.
So
Oh yeah, making the band.
What is that?
I
Band.
love that.
What was it?
Here's closing down the studio, all. We got to close down the studio. You don't remember that?
Oh, P. Diddy?
P. Diddy, yes.
Yeah.
He's like,
I don't remember that. I remember the Chappelle Show
doing
skit about
yeah,
it.
That was making the band, yeah.
who was some of the Making the Band bands? Was that?
Well, that was O-Town. Was
Dylon
the first one,
was
wasn't
on
it?
there.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that was something else. Wasn't it?
You can't forget
O-Town.
Dylon.
Tylon. Oh, Lord.
There's only 5 rappers.
Danity Kane.
O-Town.
maybe. Oh, it was O-Town. O-Town was the first one. Danity Kane, I remember that one. The band.
Danity Kane. I know you said that, but
Yeah.
yes. That's probably the only one I actually remember.
Of course.
O-Town, for
Couldn't
sure.
name a song.
I know.
Nope.
Didn't think you would. Name the girls though.
Huh?
I said, could you name the girls though?
No. No, I literally just know who Danity Kane is, basically. I can't name the band members. I don't.
O-Town was the only one that I really watched, and that was the
Yeah,
first one, like
same.
Ashley Parker Angel and
The other ones.
I don't know.
The other
That's all I
ones.
cared about.
Yeah.
How long did it actually run?
4 or 5 wasn't it?
For some reason, I didn't think it ran all that long.
It's like 5 seasons, I thought.
Yeah, something like that.
2000, 2002?
There you go. That's,
But
yeah.
that can't be right. Is
They
that
pumped
right?
out
Did they
5
make a-
bands.
Like, did they make a bunch of? I swear there was more bands than that.
I don't really remember.
Was it like just every like 4 months they had another one?
How disheartening do you think it is to one day just be on the internet and be like, where are they now? And it's you.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh.
And everybody knows where P. Diddy is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know that show.
Making the
Well, see, but
band.
there was
Yeah.
like 5 of them listed there, so that's what I'm saying.
The Osbournes.
The Osbournes.
Oh,
Cribs.
Cribs.
How do you forget
Pimp My
about
Ride.
Cribs?
Oh my god.
And
do we
Punk'd
believe that
with
that's
Ashton
actually their
Kutcher.
houses, or that they didn't just like rip one out?
TV too. And Dak Shepard, that's like where
Yep.
he got his start
Yep.
too.
God,
Oh, yeah.
Dax.
Oh, I listened to his podcast. It's actually pretty
Whoops.
good.
Punked.
Mistake.
MTV Cribs, yeah, that was a
It-
big deal.
I love this show.
Wasn't Punked on there?
Punked was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punked
Yep.
was on there.
Yep.
See, we're talking about all the bad stuff though, Louise. But we're talking about it like it was good now. See what
is
time?
good.
It
See
was
what time does
good.
to you?
I'm bummed they still don't do
But all of
Cribs.
that
You would.
ruined music because it wasn't about music anymore.
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
It just went straight
But
to
now,
reality.
Heather, there were commercials, and they would put the music on in the
Right?
background of that.
That's true.
Or like there would be like cut scenes in the real world.
They had
or
albums on the walls.
hills or
Like, here's
Laguna
a
Beach.
random Cisco video for you.
But you would get like just like shots of Laguna Beach or L.A.
Yeah.
Like while you're waiting to transition, and they would have a current song, and it would just have it way down in the corner. And you
Yeah.
can read it's like, oh, by the way, this is Sweet Talk by the Killers,
It's like,
and you can barely
Thanks.
hear it.
right,
Yeah.
right.
You can hear like the wind blowing and the traffic over
Yeah.
the actual song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, huh, yeah, I guess
Wow.
this really still is music television.
Technically.
Super Sweet 16 with all the brats on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Pimp My Ride.
I was gonna
I
say
found
that.
an exhibit.
I could not stop watching it. I did not care about it, but I could not stop watching it at the same time. And everything that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole
Yeah.
ass piano in the back of that car.
Yeah,
Like,
the
what?
vans.
The vans.
We heard you had a fish when you were 7-year-old. Open up the trunk. It's just a big fish tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything you could say about that.
They roll up in like the shittiest Corolla ever, and they're like, "We're gonna paint it green and put a pinstripe down it, and we're gonna put 15 Xboxes inside with like 3 monitors."
We all know they just changed the car out, right?
Yeah, like I'd be selling that
No
shit
way.
online.
They put the 15 monitors in, and then they're like, and we want everybody to know you're balling. Check the mud flaps. Even more monitors.
On that
Yeah.
van, like all they did was like paint
Yeah.
the black rims pink.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
It's like, wow, nice.
Thank you.
We got that. We got some
Hey,
stuff in the back.
I've got my 1987 Fastback Mustang too. What can you do with this thing? Nothing, bro.
No,
That's a shitty car.
Everybody got suicide doors, I felt like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The uneven stenciling and shit.
What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
suicide door?
Where
The-
it pops up.
No,
Oh.
suicide doors where it opens
They
the wrong
opens-
way.
Oh, I mean butterfly or whatever it is.
Yeah. Like the
Like the DeLorean?
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, suicide doors, like they're called suicide doors because they open the opposite way. It used to like suck kids out of them whenever they would open them. I'm not kidding you. Like it does, like the wind pulls it out. Like if you open it while the car's
You
running.
need to punch me in the face. Or what?
Yeah, watch out.
But have you ever noticed that most
you
of
signed
those
your waiver before we got in here.
most of those
fucking waiver.
suicide doors were on super luxury cars like Rolls Royce and stuff like that.
So not like
Yeah.
my car where you had to roll the window down.
Well, it was a lot more common if I remember. Like in the 40s and 50s, a lot of cars had it.
a lot
And
more
then-
suicide then.
Yeah,
apparently.
And then they started like in the 60s. They're finally like, all right, we quit doing that.
Yeah. Maybe we'll put a seatbelt in there somewhere in
Yeah.
the 70s.
No,
Make it
yeah,
safe,
maybe in the 70s.
Maybe-
Yeah.
to make it look like we care about
Get back to the
children.
list of shows. There's
Well,
nothing
hang on.
else to say on Pimp My Ride.
Well, I was wondering if like anybody had a car that was on there for sale and how much
Oh, yeah, sold
that it would
for
go
it.
for.
Yeah, like this aired on March 18th.
Well, do you think the
of
taxes went up and stuff? Like houses, when they do those houses and people lose their houses because they can't afford the taxes. No, seriously,
Yeah.
they would redo the houses and then the tax time they could not afford
Yeah.
from all the upgrades and they
Yeah.
would lose it.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you went from a 50K house to like half a
300,
million.
yeah.
Like have fun paying the taxes.
What else?
terrible.
Cribs.
I
I
can't
just,
stop
Beavis and Butthead.
I just remember Cribs always making me feel like complete shit because
Yeah.
some.
I don't think that was theirs. I bet they're like,
What?
I don't think that was actually their houses.
I think
I
so.
don't
I think
know.
some
I'm
of
pretty
them
sure
were.
You
the Joel
Yeah.
Madden one. I'm pretty sure was his house.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few of them that I'm pretty sure were.
They're like, yeah,
It
this
was
is
probably just one of their houses.
Right, right. I mean, they would say that like, hey, this is just kind of where I'm chilling until I buy another one. It's like a studio apartment, like.
We know
Super
Mike Tyson's
tiny. Yeah,
was
like-
what?
was real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was listed for sale at one point, and you could go to the listing and see it. And it was like, yeah, that is
Yeah.
his house.
That's real.
I don't imagine they'd
Looks same
take
as it
that.
did in '93. They were
I don't
selling
know.
it.
It's like just
'Cause
people
they
being
would
weird
have-
and safety and stuff like that. I just wondered if any of them like were like, no, I'm not showing my house, but I'll fake one or something.
I don't know. They might, but no, I think they do. I mean, they don't give you addresses.
And they don't show you all
As
the
if people
rooms
can't find
either.
it out.
I know. I mean, a lot of
they
people
have
do know.
the star
They have
things or the map
tours.
things or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
maps and things. So.
They're proud. It's fine. True Life, that stuff was weird. True Life, I eat paper
Oh
and like
my
random
God,
things
yes.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like My Strange
Yeah.
Addiction. But,
Yeah.
But yeah. you know.
True
Like the-
Life?
It's like
That is My
the it's
Strange
like the
Addiction.
OG True Life. Yeah, they had all sorts of crazy.
Oh yeah, they still.
I'm
I think they have
addicted
new
to-
ones recently. I swear within the last like 5 years they've had some, but I could be wrong on that.
Oh, that's a bummer. Report on the increase of heroin use in the United States.
Yeah,
Episode 1.
Yeah, they got dark sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
This started dark.
Started dark. Yeah.
It was the 90s. What do you expect?
It's not too unlike what they run on, like, I think it's like Vice now.
Yeah.
But they used to run all those, like, dark sides of the 90s and stuff on. Oh, Jesus, what was the name of that channel? We're getting off MTV pretty bad here, but what was this, like, what Blue Mountain State was on originally? Like, Hung might have been on there. What was. Shit. What
Did you
was
say
it?
hung?
Yeah. You never watched Hung?
What? No.
Spike.
Spike TV.
Spike.
Thank
Yes.
you, Jesus.
Yeah.
I
The man,
remember
was a
that.
man show on Spike?
Now
Yeah.
No,
Paramount?
that was Comedy Central.
No,
What? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I think it started on
I think
Spike.
it started on Spike.
Because there's like 3 of them.
Let's look it up.
The man show.
Blade, the series. There's a series.
Bar Rescue.
I think they're just gonna show you all Paramount stuff now, though.
Oh, no, probably. Gary the Rat.
Don't know that.
Ren and Stimpy. They did do the reboot of Ren and Stimpy.
Can't type. Comedy Central.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, I have them on
Hate
DVD,
when he's
guys.
right. Hate it so much.
My mom dug these up and brought them to me. The day that we did the podcast, actually, on her birthday.
I was gonna say it was.
Yeah, she brought me the first 2 seasons of Titus, which might
Oh
be
my
the only
gosh.
season. Well, there's 3 seasons. There's there's
Forgot
1 and
about
2 are together, and then she's like, "Oh, by the way, here's your Man Show DVDs." I was like, "I probably won't ever watch that, Mom. You
Really?
probably could have just thrown those out."
Simon might find him one day.
I would have never known.
Maybe I think Jamie's like, "What is this, porn?" I was like,
No, it's girls in bikinis
I mean,
jumping on
jumping on trampolines. Yeah.
My favorite bit from the Man Show is, what was that kid's name that was on
"Oh
it?
Jesus."
Yeah.
Not Andy Milanakis. Was that kid, or is that a different kid on there?
Andy, so this is what I was eventually going to transition to because I know a little bit more about it, and it followed the same thing. But Andy Milanakis was on Fuse, and Fuse basically came in and tried to make MTV
Out
again,
MTV, yeah.
and they just literally fell straight into the same exact.
Yeah.
Reality.
It went the
stuff.
same way. It was just music videos and like request lives and like, what was the name of Fuse's show though? Where they would like, it was basically TRL, but like they almost always brought bands on and like interviewed them, and then they would play like
Oh, yeah,
4
yeah,
music
yeah.
videos, and then it would go back to like interviewing a band.
Oh, what was that?
Um,
Was it Meet the Band? Wasn't it something like that?
From the vault?
From-
no.
oh, fuck.
You making shit up now?
No, I'm not. I just don't remember what the show, like what the program show, the show was.
I don't remember that one. So
Fuse or
yeah,
I remember
Fuse.
Fuse? It was his own channel. Originally, I think it was only on DirecTV, and then I think eventually it got on to like, definitely got on to Dish Network, and then maybe eventually got to like digital cable. I can't remember.
Sure, it just wasn't Fuse?
No, they had like blocks of time. I don't remember.
Fuse Libs? No.
What?
But the exact same.
They went out to depths to erase that from
They
the
might have.
internet.
Another Mandela effect.
Comcast and
Exactly.
Verizon.
It never happened.
Fuse TV
Like
shows.
so.
Well, see, they eventually like that's where the Whitest Kids You Know started.
Oh yeah.
I
It was on
love.
Oh,
Fuse.
okay.
Yep.
I watched that
Um,
one.
They had Andy Milanakis. I don't think he was the kid on the Man Show, but they were very similar.
Yeah. Anyway, my favorite thing was they had like they were on the street like they normally were, with like a curtain set up with like 4 walls, and it was, I can't remember if it was free lemonade or free beer, and when people would grab the lemonade and take a drink, the curtain would fall, and there'd be 2 kids, one on a ladder, peeing into a cup.
I wonder if it could go that way, but
Did neither of you watch the Man Show?
I remember the Man Show.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was made for them.
I mean, the girls
I had a
jumping on
dad
the
that only
trampoline
watched-
was, but that's about it.
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
That's all
So
I wanted
They're-
to see.
yeah.
Most of their
The transitions.
most of their sketches were pretty funny. They weren't
Yeah.
necessarily all about women.
Just a kid hanging outside of a gas station. Hey, can you buy me cigarettes or beer?
Yeah.
And just like give a guy money, and every once in a while a guy would.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that guy.
Right?
Like, would he get
This is a
arrested?
sting operation
They
here.
had a service for when you died. They'd go clean out your porn and your sex toys. So
Yeah.
nobody would find them. So like it's
Those are
like,
called best friends, thank you.
Yeah. Right.
it's like Adam Carolla running around in like a trash jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Like, you just run through your house and like dig out dildos and all kinds of stuff and throw them away. That was pretty good. There was one about like the different types of wedding rings you could get. There's like, they had the one that was flesh colored so nobody could tell if you were married or not. They had one that was like really big, and it was like, so warn guys that's really stupid to do it, don't do it. Like this is huge. I can't remember, just stuff like that. They did all kinds of stuff.
Man Show.
It was Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla for the first however many seasons. Then they did like 2 or 3 seasons with Joe Rogan and
Yeah.
Doug Stanhope. And one thing I've always noticed is like Joe Rogan and even sometimes Doug Stanhope is on Joe Rogan's show, but they like never talk about that. Hardly ever.
He's talked about it one time that I know
know
of.
of. I haven't listened to him in a few years since he went to Spotify, but like I remember many times like listening to him and Doug, and then just him in general, and he would always talk about like Fear Factor, and the show that he did that
Yeah,
something about news. It was
News
about
radio.
News radio. But he would talk about everything he had done, but then like for whatever reason, the Man Show hardly ever came up. And I always
Yeah.
thought that was really weird.
Maybe there's bad blood.
I don't know. Maybe they're all embarrassed
I,
today about having done it. Maybe
I would
doubt
imagine.
that.
it was
I don't.
pretty.
It's cringy.
Probably wouldn't fly today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I don't say that. A lot of people say that about a lot of things, and I don't know always. But the Man Show might be one of them that might not.
And I
It
mean,
just-
you're not gonna replicate what they did
Right.
the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't really ever hear Adam or Jimmy talk about it either, much.
No, Jimmy's different though, with like his celebrity status now with the
Mhm.
late night show he had.
Yeah. It's just weird that they don't really. They just kind of like almost don't even acknowledge that it ever happened.
Yeah.
In some case, and like Adam Carolla was on Loveline with Dr. Drew,
Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
which what
He-
was that on?
He
Or remember Ruth? Was it Dr. Ruth or something like that too? The sex doctor?
yeah.
I know it was like a
Something like
radio
that.
thing, but eventually they started putting it on TV.
Well, he went to Teen Mom. So
Dr.
that's
Drew.
what-
VH1.
Yeah.
Celebrity Rehab. He was also on Big Brother. He would I'm a Big Brother like freak. So
Yeah.
I know all the things, but they would interview him after like the first few seasons, like, what do you think's happening to everybody inside their house? What's their psyche like and everything? And he would I like Dr. Drew.
I like Dr. Drew too.
He's pretty knowledgeable.
He still has
He's meh to me.
maybe
Same.
not.
Meh.
I think it's still going. He's just doing podcasts now. I think, if I remember
He
right.
still does the Teen Mom
Y-
interviews at the
Oh,
end
like
of the
the-
season or
like
whatever.
the-
Yeah, it's Dr.
oh, is
Drew
that
still
and
going?
I didn't know
yes,
Teen Mom was still
yeah, they're
going.
like meshed
Apparently.
together now though.
I
but
saw-
Yeah, I still watch it.
I got a bizarre headline the other day about oh shit. Which one was it? It
Amber
was-
Portwood.
Huh?
Amber Portwood.
No, it was one of the dads.
Oh, Brian?
No, the tall Clay. What was his name? The tall one that was kind of round faced and he had a beard, and I cannot remember who the mom was. He would have been from Teen Mom 2. I'm like 90% sure. I don't know if that's right.
Oh, okay. I was
Thought that's what his name.
Corey
Corey?
Sims.
Corey Sims. That's exactly who it was.
Leah's baby daddy,
Yep. Yep.
number 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what the headline was. It just had something about Corey Sims from.
Or no, he's the first one. Corey was the first one. Jeremy's the second one.
I don't
Were
remember
they-
those anymore.
I do.
It's been a long time.
He has the twins. With
Twins, no twerking, no grinding. February 28th this year.
I can't remember. I don't really want to go down all the Teen Mom.
Yeah, no.
That chick actually ended up being pretty crazy, if I remember right. Like she seemed like she wasn't, but
No, she was on drugs.
that's right. Yeah.
And then she's clean now, so she's.
yeah, that's right. Get back to
Are you sure you weren't
You're the
looking
one that
at
said
somebody
it.
going to USC?
no the picture. It had the picture of the guy that you just saw right there. That guy.
Tricked
Get
him as
back-
hell.
I'm trying.
Get back to the shitty programming from MTV that it turns out we all really love.
It's all really
Well, it
good.
turns out I never said I didn't.
You know what?
It's okay till
Mus-
you watch it again and you're like, oh god, damn, okay.
Music television sucks. They can get rid of Headbangers Ball.
Good because
Pug.
it's already gone. We didn't
Yeah.
spend near
We
enough
didn't do
time
a
on
TRL
Jackass.
either. We did not do TRL hardly.
We talked
at all.
about
A
TRL.
little bit.
What the fuck else you gonna say
Fine,
about
whatever.
Fine,
It was a
whatever.
favorite.
that? Hey, can you play Baby one more time? Coming up, Baby,
Yeah.
one more time.
In sync, thank you very much.
Huh?
I said in sync is what you request. Thank you very much.
You would have killed it on
people are
TRL,
really-
dude.
I know I would have.
You would've killed
way
it.
better than fucking Carson Daly. That guy is a tepid drink.
That's why
of
they brought
water.
more people in. That's why they had to bring in the other VJs and things.
Yeah.
Ew.
Who was it? That he
VJ.
dated? Yeah.
That's such a gross name for
Video
it.
jockey.
I know. That's.
You sick son
I
of a
know. I'm
bitch.
not even relating it to a vagina. Just VJ
Sure.
is lame. Can you imagine being at a bar? What do you do?
With
I'm a
JJs.
VJ.
Some of the GJs.
So
I'm sure that
douchey.
they all thought
The
DJ was
DJs.
lame too when it first happened.
No.
Disc jockey doesn't even sound like you're doing anything with music.
Like the jockey part of
It
it.
sounds like you're down at the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like
Throw
froth, a
frisbees?
froth
Yeah.
jockey. You're the guy that has to go pick up the frisbees when they don't make it the little
Yeah.
chain thing.
I'm that guy.
Yeah,
Jockstrap holder.
a DJ.
What a TV show, Froth Jockey.
Write some of this down.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jackass.
Jackass. We should probably touch on that. We can get to. We can go back to DRL if you want.
No,
to.
it's
I didn't
fine.
mean to. skip
No,
over.
it's
What do you have?
fine.
What do you want to say? Share it.
No, it's fine.
I'm listening.
I was just saying that was one of my favorite parts of it is
It was really good. It was.
because they did games and stuff like that too, or like they would teach you like the dance moves and stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, being a pop girl and stuff, that was something I absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
It's
was
good. You have
stuff.
Jessica Simpson on there once in a while. Who did? Who did?
Christina.
Oh, he was with Tara Reid. wasn't he?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that one was crazy.
Newsflash, it didn't end well.
No.
I don't even know really what's going on with her anymore. Like, is she completely
Who is it?
Tara Reid?
She was off a rocker for.
Not spelled like any of that. I'm trying to remember how she spelled Tara.
T-A-R-A, isn't it?
Yeah, Tara and then Reid.
Oh, wait.
That's Tiara Reid.
It's, oh, okay.
You have
Oh, this lady?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that lady.
from
She was in
American Pie.
Van Wilder,
Van Wilder, yeah. Which is
American Pie. Yeah,
based off of Burt Kreischer.
What?
it is
Van Wilder, yeah.
really.
Yeah, before when he was in college.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone wrote a article about him being like party guy at University of Florida or whatever it was. And then they made that movie about him.
So Ryan Reynolds plays the guy that it's based off of.
Yeah.
And then-
And in a podcast I was listening to, Bert was like, I never bring it up whenever I'm around Ryan because I don't want him to know that was me. That he was
Oh,
portraying.
no.
In Van Wilder, is it a Harvard?
It's, yeah, like
Or is
Ivy
it
League
something
or
else? I thought it
something.
was an Ivy League school there.
The main thing I remember on that is
will-
cannolis.
Huh?
The main thing I remember on that is
The
cannolis.
thing I remember
Cannoli.
the most, and actually has Tara Reid in it, and maybe this is something I'll do for you whenever we're done on here, because I don't want
Do
to
for us.
I don't want to do it. Well, yeah, it gets acted out.
Sweet.
Do it.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
show
it?
I
too?
don't want to do it on here. I don't want to do it on here. I'm not going to do it on here.
Do you want me to
Can't
pull
make
up
me.
the script?
I
It's
don't
like the
need
doc-
the script. There's not even any hardly speaking.
I got it up here.
It's fucking ridiculous.
All right, we're paused.
No, we're not. We're not. I'll do it here when we get off of here. Get back to something we care about.
I pulled this up for you guys.
I know. Let's get to Jackass.
You're being nasty, dude.
You nasty. Jackass.
Meow, 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 meow.
You knew it was on when you heard
I
that.
feel like that is like. I feel like that is how you describe Jackass.
It
Like,
is.
it's like you were just sitting there one day watching your TV and you hear that, and they're just like they show the skull and the thing, and then like
Crutches.
you get the intro, and it's just like, what in the fuck is this?
What are they doing? Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
my gosh.
Final Destination, but just for getting hurt.
Sort of.
Not
Yeah.
dead, just hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It was like my first experience was always whenever he was getting dumped upside down in the fucking porta potties, and all the shit's just rolling out. While he's
Wasn't it
in
like
there.
a staple to the nutsack and stuff or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that? That was what I
No,
remember.
they staple paper to their ass cheeks.
My
Like-
favorite thing that they did, I think, truthfully, is it's in one of the movies, and I can't remember if it's one or two. But whenever they get inside that little bitty ass room in like their little man thongs, and they set off all them fucking rubber bullet grenades.
Oh, that
yes.
sucks.
Oh, God, that gave me
Yes.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
And they
god.
can't, like, there's nowhere for them to move, and like they're just, like all stuck close
So
to
bad.
each other, trying to.
So bad.
That is still giving me heebie-jeebies.
When they get in the back of a box truck and it starts out, they're all in rollerblades and there's like a disco ball and like balloons and stuff, and then they just like slam the back so you realize where they're at and they just start driving around. That's fun.
I used to really enjoy whenever he would drive around the hearse and open up the back on hills and shit, and just let the
Yeah.
people
It's like Preston would come run around the corner in his undies. Like,
that used to get me really good.
So good. So
The
good.
baby on the bike was kind of funny too.
Yes. Oh my god.
So I enjoyed those more than
Yeah.
the hurdy ones and stuff to
I like them
watch.
getting hurt.
I like the
Oh,
dirty
is
ones.
it the first movie or like the first season where he's dressed as the old man and he goes into the motorcycle shop and he's like with his like son or something. They're looking at motorcycles and he gets on top of one and like the key's in it and he just bolts it through the window.
Yeah.
The fat guy and the midget chasing each other was
Cracks-
actually pretty funny.
Cracked me up when they were in
Yeah.
India and did that, and then they'd come back with a bunch of small people.
Yeah. I said midget, didn't I?
Yeah.
Little people,
Yeah.
yes.
I probably
let's-
have to edit.
Little people.
Is it
Yeah.
okay? Well, just got out
It's
this
okay.
whole part.
It's okay. Neither of us have any aspirations to be politicians.
Well,
Right.
Well, you
We could,
need
like,
to go back and edit a lot of shit then.
I don't think I've ever said anything bad.
I think you're still associated.
No, I said
That
that
you
matters.
let it happen.
because I said that thing about Matthew Perry not being able to swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that hurt me.
I was trying to think of some of the other stuff they used to do. A lot of poop. Oh,
I hate.
A lot of
I think you're gonna say the same
the
one.
puking whenever they
Oh.
would chug the fucking gallons of milk.
Oh, dude.
yeah.
And they and my
So
thing
bad.
was
I
my
can't
thing
do
with
puke
them
though,
was
too,
No.
so it's like
how casual the puking was.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was gonna happen when I started it.
Jesus.
I'm a very casual puker, so that doesn't bother
Bother
me.
you?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then like the eggs. One time it was a bunch of eggs. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. They were like
puking up those eggs. And just
and the fish.
Not for
Goldfish.
me. No, I said no.
Yeah.
There's that one where the guy walks into the like hardware store and he's carrying a newspaper and there's just like toilets sitting out on the floor and he just like opens it up and just sitting there with the
shit.
newspaper. That
Just-
always that grosses me
Yeah.
out right now.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. That grosses me out right now thinking about it.
Fucking nasty.
It's real
You're nasty.
It's so
I still-
close-ups of it. People are like,
I want to say probably one of my favorite Jackass moments would be whenever they put up a bunch of like an obstacle course and they put blindfolds on them, just have them fucking run straight.
And there's
they're,
like
knocking-
tasers hanging.
They run into like a shed and like there's like swing sets. They're just like running like, oh my god, that shit kills me, man. I love it.
back to the poop.
We don't have to talk about
We
that.
need a soundboard.
I'm sorry, but
Either can't let it go. Like they can't.
when he was going to foreigners' restaurants, putting it in his food dish, and he would be like, "Hey, sir, come here. What is that?" And the guy would come over and be like, "I don't know. It looks like some sort of bean." And he'd be like, "That's the weirdest damn bean I've ever seen, sir. I've never seen a bean that looks like that. I think that's what is a piece of hamburger." He's like, "That's too smooth to be hamburger." The guy can't figure out what he's done. And he's like, "Smell that. Smell it. Does that smell like a bean to you?"
Sir, that's a shit.
That's rude. Smell that. That's so rude.
Oh god.
They just like dump it out of the newspaper into his food.
There's that one where this guy, he's driving a taxi and he picks somebody up and he's supposed to go to the airport and he doesn't know it, but they glued a bunch of pubes onto his face because he's supposed to be a terrorist. And he like pulls into this alley and he's like doing donuts or something. And he like has like a fake bomb strapped and the guy behind him pulls out a gun. And the
Oh,
guy's
shit.
like ties him up and puts him in the trunk. The guy was an actor. And he was like crying and apologizing. He had all these pubes on his face.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That might be from the movie.
Cops
I
got
think
involved a lot.
I confused the movies and the TV show quite a
It's
bit.
hard to remember. I
Yeah.
just remember the TV show initially being like a little bit more pranky. I mean, they would always do
Yeah.
stuff where they'd kind of hurt themselves
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
but they did a lot of really good pranks pretty regularly. Was it before Punked?
Jackass?
I think
I'm
so.
pretty sure it was.
When did Jackass?
2000.
Yeah,
Punk?
Punked was like
2002, wasn't it?
2003, I think.
I was like 2002, but yeah, probably.
Three, yeah.
Yeah.
Ended in 2007.
Yeah.
Now, did Jackass
But-
end just because they started the movie made so much money and they were like, we can just do movies? Or
Well, probably because he started acting in like Ringer and things like
well,
that.
he was
too,
acting
so-
before.
Was it before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did some acting. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what got him popular,
Yeah.
obviously. But then, like, they all started splitting because, like, Bam went and did
Yeah, his show.
Viva La Bam
Yeah.
and
Wild
I watched
Boys.
that one.
Wild
quite a bit.
Boys.
then Wild
yeah.
Boys
Yeah.
later. Viva La Bam, I remember watching quite a bit of it.
I like when he picked on his dad.
Yeah, Phil.
The Phil.
Yeah, and then Don Vito or whatever was
Yes.
the uncle, and he was just as ridiculous. But
Yeah.
yeah, he'd just walk up and start beating the piss out of Phil. Or,
Phil would be on the toilet. Stop! Stop!
God damn it, quit! Fuck out of here!
Paints everything blue.
And then
Everything.
yeah,
The bananas. Literally everything is blue.
I used to like whenever they would set up like
Yes.
when they would set up all their amps and fucking shit in his parents' bedroom, and then just with
With his head right there.
Yeah.
Just,
sleep.
oh my God.
God damn it! It's pretty good. We did talk about Daria, not well enough.
Fear, I loved that one too.
What is this?
I don't remember. I've
That's the
never-
one where they had like celebrities, wasn't there? Reality or something where they go in and they make him like.
expensive it was.
What was that one that
To the
had like
point
a ghost
of mental
show?
breakdown.
Wasn't there like a ghost one too where they went like a haunted asylum or something?
This is like a ghost.
No, was it?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
remember that one.
They dropped him in undisclosed locations.
Yeah, and they made him go out
They
to
had to
like
spend 2 nights.
asylums, and they would like sometimes pair off, and they had a. And they had like a headset. There was a base
Yeah.
camp or whatever and
Yep.
stuff. Yes. And I think
you-
sometimes they made him do things like, was that cockroaches and things, or was that a different one? That might have been a different one.
Fear Factor.
That might be what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, this
They
was just
do
Fear. So yeah, this was
nasty
where
shit or-
they went to haunted places, and yeah, they would.
It looks like this girl had to go to a haunted place and get lip filler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she had to get the lip
She
filler before
was
she
really
got that close up.
scared. It's like the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough snot.
That's the best, one of the best things in Scary Movie. Yeah. Whenever she does the Sherry O'Terry and the snot.
Yeah, the snot. So good.
We talked Celebrity Deathmatch. We talked Headbangers Ball. Talked the
Real
Real World.
Fun fact about
There's-
Real World is that's how I got my son's middle name.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Which son?
Jacoby's.
Okay. And his middle name is?
Landon.
Landon. Okay.
Which came from the Real World Philadelphia. And I was obsessed with him, and that name stuck with me the whole time I was pregnant. I was like, "There's no way I'm not naming him Landon." And then I named him
I don't think I
Jacoby
knew that.
from, obviously Papa Roach. 'cause
Obviously,
I was,
See, I didn't know that.
yep,
I knew that
Yep.
one. I didn't know the second one.
yep.
For some reason, I thought that
I was
just,
19.
Your
okay?
papa's name was Roach?
Yeah. Roach Papa.
Roach Papa.
Like,
I kind of forgot about Road Rules.
yeah, that's real
That was-
world road
yeah, it
rules.
was-
That's the
I
same
know,
thing.
I know
Same,
it's the same
same.
thing.
It was kind of
But
meh.
they aired
That's what the
back to
challenge is
back.
now with
They
both
did.
of those.
They did.
It was Real World followed by Road Rules.
And now we have the challenge, which has both of them still on there to this day.
Yeah.
Like, with CW? No, CW?
Was it the CW?
No, the guy's name, CT. CT.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
been
yeah,
on.
yeah.
He's like 50 now, I think.
I do have to be honest with you. I really, really prefer the Mad Real World to the Real World, which was Dave Chappelle's version.
I was like, I have no idea
Mad
what you're saying to
TV.
me right now.
Fucking
Got
hilarious.
fucking no.
Go back up to Beavis and Butthead, because one thing, I mean, Beavis and Butthead was great. Eventually led to
King of the Hill?
which was based on Virginia and God, what the hell was? What was?
So not Hank?
Boys whacking him a
It's
tool
not
shed.
Hank. No, their names is. You are you the boys that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead. And, I was thinking the other day about Beavis and Butthead a little bit because it showed up on something that Simon and I were looking at.
See, the only thing I remember about that is recently when Ryan Gosling and what's his name did it on.
That was.
I fucking
re-
love
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
You said that to me?
What's that?
SNL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on SNL.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That was
was-
hilarious.
Yes. That's one of their better things they did last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it popped up, and I got to thinking. So I remember Beavis and Butthead kind of briefly being on, and like the important thing is it led to all those other things that Mike Judge did. But they had music videos in Beavis
Yeah.
and Butthead.
Oh, yeah.
So like they still, even whenever they went to Beavis
Because
and
it was on
Butthead,
national TV, wasn't it, and
It
stuff?
was on
yeah,
there.
they would sit
Yeah.
there and
Like,
watch it, and
yeah.
make fun of them and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But they were always
Yeah.
music
talked through the
videos
whole thing, but
originally.
yeah.
And then they did the reboot like in 2011, and then they did it with like YouTube videos, which was also pretty entertaining. But I think it only got like a season
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Tosh was doing such a good job at that.
that's true. But they were, I don't know, they were really good.
That's that
Yeah.
you watched, didn't it?
Um,
That was that. Yeah, I
I
never
watched
watched
that.
that.
but my real, honest to God, full experience with Beavis and Butthead, other than occasionally like Dad would stop on it when he was channel surfing, because I would obviously not have been allowed to watch it. Was Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Yeah,
which
watch.
I was allowed to watch at my grandma's because my older cousin brought it, and God, that was like what 1999. I was thinking about it. It popped up on the thing the other day that they were like doing more Beavis and Butthead or something. And I was just thinking about, I was like, maybe I should show Simon Beavis and Butthead Do America. And I was like, no, he's too young. And then I was like, no, that's the age I was when I watched
Yeah.
it. Like, and
That's not really
Okay,
that
but the things we
bad.
did doesn't necessarily mean you should.
I love
it's
slots.
not, but like, there's a lot of
Latchkey
sex
kids
stuff
here
in
and
it.
stuff, so.
He's not go- it's gonna go over his head mostly.
I know, but I
It
just,
will, yeah.
It will, but it's just like.
But
like,
then he'll
like
be
you were
there in
saying
like 20
earlier.
years and be like, Dad, what the fuck?
I know. Like what you were saying earlier, when you watch some of that shit again, you're just like, oh wow, I didn't understand
God damn.
half of
My
this
mom said that.
shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like,
Yeah.
Mom, why'd you let us listen to this? Oh, you didn't know what you were listening
Listening
to.
to.
Yeah. It's like I'm
I
recently
do
started
now.
rewatching Home Improvement and listening to some of
Some
those
of the
innuendos,
jokes,
and I'm just like,
yes.
Jesus.
Which is amazing
This
for
was
Disney.
on cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
The
for the
ABC
parents
too.
and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, all of our movies
That
did
was
that.
a dick joke.
Yeah.
Oh, golly. Golly. Making the video. I remember that. too.
Okay, I
Yeah.
did watch that a
That was
lot
cool
too.
stuff. That was cool stuff.
I did like that.
Punked. Yeah, we talked about that. Except for I guess, they were strictly doing celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of the difference. Jackass was
Yeah.
doing general public, but yeah.
I don't remember BJ Novak.
Yeah, they were.
Do you remember the BJ Novak getting pranked or getting punked? I don't remember that. That's cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember. I can't really remember many of them. I remember Wilmer Valderrama. They were messing
Yes.
with, obviously, because they were on the show together.
Yeah.
I remember. I would probably have to look at a list of them because it's
I don't
been.
even know who BJ Novak is.
He's Ryan on The Office, and he also wrote
See, I haven't watched that yet. I need to watch that.
The Office.
I haven't watched it yet. Yes, that's
Start
what I
with
said.
the UK version first.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do
It's
it. Don't do it.
rough.
Don't do it. Don't. Please don't.
Yeah, you should watch
You have
The
to.
Office.
You have to like push yourself through season
I was
one
like, I
and
think I
two.
started it, but because
Of
it's
what?
so like
The
slow
Office?
starting and
No,
stuff.
no, season 2's good.
I love them, but not
Yeah.
everybody can understand because like
Season 1.
because Michael has such a character development.
We
to
really
where-
need to do this on a different podcast.
True, I love the Office.
I know. We haven't done an Office yet.
I'll
He was
start
in
watching
Inglorious
that.
Bastards. He's really good in that. But look at
Yeah.
what pops up.
Yes, Michael
Threat
Threat Level
Starn.
Midnight. You can watch the full thing on YouTube. I don't know if you
Michael
guys
Starn.
knew that.
Oh, it's so great. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And he's married, right, to Mindy?
Okay, when I finish
I don't
Letterkenny,
think so.
when I finish Letterkenny, I will
Maybe.
start The Office.
Yes.
Oh, don't waste your time on Letterkenny.
I love it. I'm in love with Jared Sarkis, or however you say his name.
Oh.
Dumped her and broke
DJ.
her heart.
Oh, so they really were
Damn it.
dating when they were on the show? See, I didn't
Yeah.
know that, I guess.
They were writing together.
And then him
Oh,
and
Mindy, yeah.
him and John Krasinski did know each other from school. I believe they went to high school together.
Something like that.
That
Yeah.
tends to happen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to MTV real quick. We're really running up on it. 8:00 already.
What?
Yeah. We've been at it for a minute.
Is that because you were late?
We talked about
Jackass,
Unplugged.
that's
I
all of 'em
know.
here.
And then we're never ready when we come up here either.
It's okay.
That might be kind of it. Is there
I
any
was
other
gonna say-
any other MTV? I mean, do we want to talk about Team Lauren, Team Kristen, Team Heidi, Team Spencer?
That's
No,
all. That's
I mean, I
y'all.
love that, but no.
I don't know
It
that
was-
as well.
Oh,
That's y'all.
I watched
You-
I watched
you
Laguna,
didn't-
then The Hills, and then
you didn't date a girl younger than you that was into this type of stuff,
I don't-
or
can't say. I don't think so, Tim.
get stuck listening to the girls talk about it in your class?
I
This
was
was
ex-
after you graduated.
Yeah, I was
You're
like-
so
the
lucky.
main thing I loved about Laguna Beach was when Stephen Coletti went on to One Tree Hill and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I watched maybe the first season of Jersey Shore and couldn't stand any of it, and I was like,
Oh,
that's
Jersey
not
Shore
for me.
was terrible.
Can't.
remember
I
seeing
could
pieces
not
of
watch
it.
that
Can't
at
do
all.
that.
I watch a lot of reality. I could not watch
No.
that. Or Desperate Housewives. I can't watch any of those things.
Desperate
I don't
Housewives
even know
scripted,
any of
though.
this.
They all are.
Well, no, I mean like Desperate Housewives.
The
Oh, that's what I mean. Not the
But
yeah.
not like Real Housewives.
Real
of
Housewives. Sorry,
wherever,
yeah. Sorry.
Robin Big.
I love Desperate Housewives.
Oh, yeah, Robin Big.
Robin
I hate Rob. I hate him so
Rob
much.
Dyrdek,
I hate
you mean?
everything he does.
I will tell you.
Like too annoying for you or something, or
Hate
what?
him.
Too short?
I'm going to tell
Everything.
you something somebody said about this show to me who is from Florida that I worked with, and I'm not doing it on here.
Oh,
About
okay.
our show?
No, about Robin Big. I kind of forgot about Robin Big. You don't,
So that's two
I
things
wish
gotta do
I
with it.
could.
There's
You
two
don't like
things you gotta do
Bobby
at the end
Light?
of this.
you like DJ Bobby Light?
Nope, hate him.
Oh my god.
Wish I could forget about the show.
I didn't really watch it that much. I mean, bits and pieces. What do you hate about Ridiculousness?
Everything. Just you're just gonna
Dolphin
rip
laugher?
off my boy Daniel Tosh. My whole high school personality was based off Daniel Tosh.
That's probably a
I never
problem.
watched him.
I saw him live.
I'm
was it?
jealous.
It was literally the best. He
In
come
Lincoln?
walking out with his
I,
two
said, I
shits.
remember
It was-
her
it was
like
awesome.
watching
In
it,
Lincoln?
but
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. He has
Jealous?
dogs with him. It was
I think she sent me videos and stuff sometimes. I'm like, yeah.
Wild and Out.
Wild and out.
That was
Wild
awesome.
and
Nick
Out.
That's still
Cannon,
going
yeah.
on though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Is it
say.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
2005 to
Snooki
Dash.
and Jay,
That good-looking Matt Rife was
Yeah.
on
Oh.
Wild and Out
Did you just
a
say
lot.
good looking?
Really?
Have you seen him?
Yeah, gross.
Are you?
No.
I'm
No,
not talking
now.
about the Elephant Man.
No, no.
No, and that meme with him and the kid, I'm like, that's exactly what he looks like, so how can you think that's hot? Yeah, no. Okay, he's got abs. Woo. No.
Heather?
Not for me.
What are you looking for in a man, Kim? Let's just dive into that. It's only been an hour and 10. We'll take the next 40 minutes.
Not that. I don't like too much muscle and stuff. I don't like that.
Oh.
He's got a pretty face. I like his butt.
I
chin.
don't think so. That
like
what
butt
that
chins.
kid that does that face, that kid picture. It looks just like him, and I cannot. Look at that.
I think we're really missing the point here. If people are still with us at this point, wow.
You're gonna cut it off before now. You know it.
Sure.
I would say we would edit it, but we're not going to.
No, I am.
Full send.
No.
All right. Did we nail MTV?
I think so.
Is that MTV in a nutshell? Are people going to in 25 years? Is that long enough? That's probably not long enough.
They're gonna Google every
In
single one of those if they don't know
60
everything we're
years, I was
talking
gonna
about. I
say,
feel
in
like.
60 years, they could come back through this and be like, these guys nailed what MTV was about.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
1 hour and done.
Yeah, they nailed it in 110. Mostly talked about Jackass.
some kid's gonna be working on his doctorate and is gonna be turned into a History Channel show. These historians of the time.
Especially with attention spans that we have now.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. Any other thoughts, Heather? What do you got to say? Are you just totally bummed about MTV? Did this make you feel any better, or are you still just upset about what
You know,
happened?
it shed a little bit of light on the things that I didn't think I would enjoy, but I would probably rewatch again
Yeah.
or start it and be like, this is fucking terrible. I do not want to finish this because my humor is different than it was when I was,
Yeah.
15.
16.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
I'm
That's a
partially.
change.
Not
I'm
really.
still-
I was
I'm
like, I'm
still,
still pretty
um,
much. Yeah.
I wish that you could still find like, because I'm a metalhead.
Yeah.
Will probably always be a metalhead,
Yeah.
and finding new music besides just on Spotify, like I'll watch videos if
Yeah.
it's
Bring
there,
it
but I
back
also
then, huh?
don't
Bring
just
it
sit
back.
around and watch TV anymore either. So if it's not while I'm scrolling TikTok, I'm probably not going to see it. So
See, I play
That part has
background
died
noise.
for
I
me.
play background noise a lot. So like I watch like on Philo they have like the old like it's mostly hip hop and stuff like 1991 and 292 I swear. 'Cause I like to fast forward.
it's the glory days, and I'm sad they're over. But
I still
you
watch
know.
them and stuff on there, have it as background noise. So
I will say this: that you do make a pretty good point because like TikTok, Instagram, whatever
Attention
fucking
spans.
thing. Well, it's just nothing's geared towards being more than 2 minutes.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Attention spans.
Right.
We don't
So
have
like,
it.
I mean, that sounds and 2 minutes is an eternity
I know,
in
I
those
know.
worlds.
Yeah.
Like, I like for
No,
instance,
I don't even watch those.
whenever I'm putting out clips, even of this, like if it's more than 1:30, I won't do it most
Right.
of the time.
Right.
Because I know nobody's
30
gonna watch more than
seconds.
45 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's really gripping, and then you might get 1:30. But
Yeah,
if it's
those
much more than
3-minute
that,
ones.
and I do the same thing sometimes. I get to watch. Somebody sends me something. It's like, okay, this is. I didn't want to sit down and watch a TV show.
Right,
Or
like-
in this instance, a music video's
It's an
length.
ad.
Like 2 minutes is too long. So
Unless it's Darcy and Jer, then I would watch that for 3 minutes probably. I love them.
But you, like, what people, never mind, I don't want to bring it up. I've got an idea, Kiefer. I
Okay.
don't think anybody's doing yet
Oh.
to integrate music
Intriguing.
into these things. So,
Sounds
But
like
yeah,
a licensing nightmare.
Three things.
but you're right. But you're right. The whole concept of you would turn something on to watch something that's more than 2 minutes has to basically take place on TV, and unfortunately, music videos aren't really on TV anymore. I
Nope.
can't think of anywhere where they really are, at least regularly.
But like I stream
Right.
Spotify off the speaker and stuff, so I would watch it on the TV. Like I would do that again. Like
Yeah, I guess Spotify and some of those do sometimes have video attached to them,
Mhm.
but
I mean, you
not
could do-
always.
well, I'm just saying, I listen to
YouTube,
music
but
on there and stuff. Like, what's the
it's not-
difference on having it on
it's not
TV
the
with a
same,
video
man.
than
Right,
having
yeah.
it
Because
on
you don't
your-
also get the interviews with them. You don't also get like behind the scenes stuff with them. It's just a music video. And like MTV used to have that stuff where it was like making the video, like, you know what I mean? Where you get to see all the, like, that's the stuff that I think is really cool. Like,
Yep.
but
I agree, but I still love the music videos too. The art behind it and stuff, the thought process. Okay, what were you doing here, or
Right.
why is this completely
Why,
off of?
yeah.
That is not what I thought was going to happen, type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I would say one thing on Fuse.
rolling around in a room.
Watching Fuse, I remember like Fallout Boy, I feel like was one of the first groups that really started getting into like making the music videos huge productions, and but they also kind of did the same thing that MTV was doing. Like, which song is it? I think it's Sophomore Slump or Comeback of the Year. But like the entire thing's about vampires, and it actually has like a plot.
And it has Brendan Urie in it.
Yeah, and it's longer than the song. And when you watch it, like, you have to listen real close to even hear the song in the background of what's going
Just the
on.
video, basically.
I remember.
Well, there's a lot of like whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah, yeah.
like sound
Yes.
effects.
It
Yeah.
does. Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's dope.
Pete Wentz with fucking fangs and stuff. And,
Oh, Pete.
Just tearing through it at that time.
yeah. But I remember thinking, like, this isn't even music videos anymore. This is stupid. And,
yeah.
No, well, he was right, because that's what a lot of them are now.
But I'm also not getting
We
ready
did
for
it.
school in the morning or
Yeah, I
getting
know.
home from school and just seeing what's, top of the charts
Current.
for the week. Yeah. Yeah.
You ever look at
Sad
like
day.
90s top 100 or 2000s, like, and there's like Facebook groups that have like what it was in the month or whatever, and like read through it.
No.
It's
I
wild.
always watch the ones that are like, this is 20 years old. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't be violent today.
Or sometimes they're like, I have never heard that song before in my life.
Some
Like,
of them,
some
yeah.
I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, there
is
was one,
that?
it was like the most iconic, and I'm like, I don't know any of these.
Like, I don't
songs.
know any of
There's some
They were like,
there's
one I think I
some
knew.
Yeah.
And
that
I'm
are
like,
in like the
Use
top
that word
100, but
loosely.
even like the top 25 for multiple years, which
Right.
is wild to see
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Or they have
Sometimes.
several songs in the top, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 3 or 4 of them in the top 100, and maybe 2 of them in the top 25 or something. for
Right, right.
Extended periods of time. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
I like the top 100 to like prove people wrong. I'm like, they're a one-hit wonder. And I'm like, they fucking were not.
I would be so happy being a one-hit wonder. Especially back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flock Seagull's still making bank last I heard.
Oh, 100%.
I can't remember who, but someone said Kiss was a one-hit wonder. I go, are you
I could see
stupid?
that.
yeah.
All right, shall we?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think we're good. Ladies, we sure appreciate you coming on. We're going to, you watch The Office.
I will. As I
Okay.
said, I'll watch that next.
Then we'll talk about The Office. In the
Okay.
meantime, while you're catching up, we'll bring James Naven and you on to talk about The Office, Heather.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Do love me some.
Okay. Yeah, well, love to have you guys back. Appreciate you coming on and
Thanks
doing
for
this. Hope you
having
had
me.
fun. I
Thank
know I did.
you.